Could this be happening? Could we be about to reach the Champions League final for the second year in a row? We've just beaten PSG 2-0 in the first leg, but today will be a real test. We have Arsenal in the league. A win here can see us within touching distance of those Champions League spots. And then the second leg against PSG. Let's get into it. Welcome back, episode 88 of Oldham to Ohm. And yes, things are looking good. We played the 2 games. It was Middlesbrough in the league. We won 4-1. Jose Carlos with a double, Krisic and Cunha there. We absolutely dominated them. As you'd expect, Liverpool are battling relegation with the form we have been in recently. We then played PSG. We went away to the Parc des Princes and we won 2-0. We just dominated them. Absolutely dominated them. It was really comfortable in the end. We just cruised. Look at that XG of 2, under 1 for them. I mean, you have a look here at this, and PSG, they were just not in the game at all. It was really, really bizarre. And so now they've got to come to our stadium, Boundary Park, and try and overturn a 2-goal deficit. It's going to be tough. Arsenal League, we've crawled up to 8th. 1 spot. We're still 5 points off a Villa, but we do have a game in hand, and it is today against Arsenal. We need to win to go to 65, which will put us in 6th spot. Arsenal's better goal difference will keep them there now. With the coefficient ranking, we are ahead of France by, I think, almost 9 points to get a 5th Champions League spot. So even if we can sneak into 5th, if the Champions League goes wrong, we should be able to grab it there in the league. Fingers crossed. Anyway, let's get into the game against Arsenal. We're going for a very strong squad because we have to. It's Yunus Musa, Rashad Guerrero, Lanz, Lafidi, Signoni, Jose Carlos, Jimenez, Adrian, and Bruchball up front. I've been tossing up about the shadow striker. It was going to be Hasek, but he hasn't played well the last couple of games. Whereas Jimenez has, sort of. But he is lacking fitness. We do have Cheju and Martin. We can shuffle some people around. We'll see how we go. But that's the team for today. Yes, I know he's struggling for fitness. We just went over that. Right, we're off and racing. Offered them the standard encouragement. I thought the highlight was about to die there. And we start the first highlight here with the rain coming down, as it always does. I think it's rained pretty much every single home game. It must be a built-in thing. Playing in Manchester, rain. Anyway, it is Arsenal on the ball now. Saliba there. Odegaard, Saka. Trying to get across in Odegaard, but it takes a deflection and Yunus makes a good save. He goes long. Tries to find Carlos, but he can't. And Arsenal pick up the ball with Martinelli charging forward. Saka. And that he's offside, thank God. But that is not really the start you want. There's a split second there I thought, oh, that's going to be given there. But it wasn't. I'm going to change back to positive. And I am going to demand some more from him straight off the bat. We've been a bit tentative. A draw isn't the end of the world here. A win is what we need. I mean, look at our last 3 games. It was Hull, Man United, and I forget. But it was winnable. So it's the Manchester United game. Bruchball, get in. Ooh, what a goal. Jose Carlos. We've got to watch that again. That was outstanding. Jimenez, the man who I question marks over, finds Jose Carlos out on the left here. That is a top ball to Bruchball. And Bruchball, oh, what a finish. Just chips the post in, clips the post in. That is great. And that puts us up into 7th. So hard to get anywhere at the moment. Like I said, we've just been winning games non-stop and we're only in 7th spot. It is crazy. Point the finger. Things are going well, but I know you're capable of even better. I've just realised as well, the dog is sound asleep. She's got her face like buried into her beanbag. So if you can hear her snoring, apologies. Signori now with a free kick. Rojas parries it away. We get the corner. Adrian, who's been outstanding, I must say, outstanding on this right-hand side. I had concerns that I have too many, I do have too many right-sided players, and he was going to be surplus to requirements, but to be honest, he's been outstanding. Signori! That would have been fantastic. I'm going to encourage them because that was good play. And they're all like, whatever. Arsenal now will look to make some changes. It would have been nice to have a 2. Just as I say, a 2-goal cushion, we give away a penalty. Oh, no penalty. I've seen that a couple of times, but far out. That is good stuff. Yeah, now it is time to make their substitutions because we need everybody fit again for the PSG game in a couple of days. So Signori's off with that injury. Definitely the wing backs need to come off. They do a lot of work. Jose Carlos. Zeman on for him. We'll leave the last one, and it could be either Guerrero or Lafiti, who didn't play in the first leg against PSG, had a slight tweak and it just kept him out. But this is tough. This is tough in this, in the points of these saves where you're fighting on all fronts and you've got to try and keep everyone fit, and you need so many good players who can slot in, which I think has possibly been a bit of our downfall this season. Just the backup players have been those young players, which they take a bit of time to develop. Lafiti now finds Jimenez, finds Adrian here. What can he do with his assist-making feet? I don't know what that was. Assist-making feet. Abraham now for Arsenal. Tammy Abraham. Eunice. Oh. Good stuff. Right, final substitution. It is going to be... I think we need Lafiti more. So it's going to be Gokhan on there. You can do it, buddy. Oh. Gutsy. This could be a gutsy 1-0 win. And Arsenal have been the better team. Slightly more possession, the slightly better XG, but I think we're going to do enough here just to scrape a win, and we've done it. We've scraped a 1-0 win, which is excellent news. Bruce Ball man of the match. His goal was an absolute peach. We weren't at our best, but we got the result. On to PSG. I've just come back. Signori's out for 2 weeks. We could give him injections, but I don't think we need to. We're going to leave it to the physio. Here's what the Premier League looks like at the moment. Now, 5th place should, fingers crossed, get Champions League football. We are a point off Liverpool there, and we have a game in hand on them. We also have a game in hand on Villa with the 3 games left, which Hull, very winnable. Southampton, I would say that last day game against Manchester United is going to be pretty crazy. Hopefully they've got nothing to play for. Right, here we are. PSG, we've got a couple of players out. Obviously, you know about Signori. The other one it is Martin Zeman, who has pulled his groin. 3 to 5 weeks for the young Czech, who's progressing quite nicely. And he did also get, that's not in here, awards, no. He did also come, I think, something in the next gen. Yay. I think this guy could be pretty good. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe I've just boobed up here, but he's shut up. Just be quiet and just stop focusing on him. That's the team. Here's the team: Yunus Musa, Rashad Guerrero, Lanz, Krisic, Lafiti, Jose Carlos, Hasek, Galvez, and Bruce Ball. So the changes are Galvez in for Adrian, who's not registered. Carlos Jimenez goes back to the bench for Hasek. Lafiti moves into that Secunde Volante role, and Krisic comes in as the deep lying playmaker. All right, here we are. The game has kicked off. Inter 2-1 up against Benfica in the other semi-final. PSG lining up in a 4-4-2. Kamango there, Donnarumma, Hakimi, still got Kone, Kvaratskhelia, Musiala and Fofana up front. So no Kylian Mbappe. Maybe he's on the bench. Jose Carlos with a free kick, trying to get the head of Bruchball, but it is out for a goal kick. We'll just check that. Is Kylian Mbappe on the bench? He's not. Must be injured. Crazy stuff. Anyway, PSG with a free kick now. And nicely covered. I like the 2-goal lead here is good. It's a lot more. It's obvious it's more than 1-0, but it just a little. It's not huge. Just feels a little bit harder for them to get in, for them to get back into. Lands now down the left here. Can we get an early goal and really put them on the back foot? Bruce Paul has scored. Just the dog scratching at something, and I missed that. But it looks like it took a weird deflection. Let's watch this. Lands. It bobbles up, and Bruce Paul gets ahead to it, and that is an absolutely fantastic goal, and that is an excellent start to this game. Absolutely amazing. I can't believe we're going to hit. Barring some sort of absolute bloody disaster here, we're possible. Is that Dorrington? I've got to double check that. That could be Alfie Dorrington. We could be about to head to our second Champions League final in a row, where we will face Inter or Benfica. It is Alfie Dorrington. Sign him. He's quite good. Turns out quite good. Benfica and Inter are still 0-0. So as that one stands, it is Inter going through. Alonso. Ooh. We head into half time. 3-0 up on aggregate. PSG, once again, not turning up today at all. Really not in this. Jose Carlos, let's score another one here. Guerrero! I'm happy to keep a lot of these guys on as well, because I know Benfica have just gone 1-0 up against Inter. So they are 2-2 on aggregate. I'm happy to keep a lot of these guys sort of on the field for this, because we have Hull in a couple of days. So bottom of the table, I know we only beat them 1-0 earlier in the year with a penalty, but I reckon we can rotate the team nicely and get enough. Here's Jose Carlos. Bruce Ball should have had the tap in there, but it's probably done and dusted at this point. PSG really not looking like they're going to add much at this point. We'll take off the guys who are looking a little bit worse for wear. Those defenders who I'm not really keen on. René Galvez having a shocker out on the right here, obviously. So we'll just take him off. We'll just do the 2 for the moment, and we'll probably go for another 10 or so minutes before we make these final substitutions. Right, here we are, 77 minutes on the clock. Time to make these last couple of changes. Tired players can come off. Let's go for the fullbacks, because we do know one fullback, Krisic. Yeah, he's on a yellow as well. That's 4. And then Jose Carlos for Alberts there on the left. Get them all there. Get those guys on. Give them a little bit of game time, but absolutely cruising, and really another dominant display here over PSG. We absolutely blew them away at home. They've got nothing in this. Absolutely nothing. We are just wowzers. They've had 38% possession as well. Cruising, Champions League final. Boom, here we go. Swish. Too easy. This is too easy. That is crazy. Don't know what's happened in the other game? Well done. That's how you handle a 2-legged tie. That is how you handle it. Benfica have beaten Inter in extra time, so we are going to play Benfica in the final. Wow. That is crazy. Benfica won the Champions League at one point, and then they had the curse put on them. I know, because I've spoken about this before. Let's have a look at past winners. When they won it was like 60s. Let's go and find. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there it is. 61-62, and then they had a curse put on them, and they've never won anything since. Crazy stuff. And the final is going to be played in the Santiago Bernabeu, Real Madrid Stadium. So going to Spain. 10 million for that. Oh, Benfica. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff playing Benfica in the Champions League final. I can't believe we made it here, especially after this here. I mean, this game here was the turnaround. This 2-0 win over Manchester United to get back into it. And since then, I mean, obviously we lost to Chelsea in the league. We lost to Villa there, but it didn't matter. We did enough. We have been in outstanding form. We've conceded 1, 2, 3 goals. Remember how I said Yunus was not a very good goalkeeper and I wasn't super keen on keeping him? Let's have a look at his form all of a sudden. Look at this. Far out. Whereas that the game against Chelsea was poor. But since then, he has been outstanding. Goals conceded. 8 clean sheets in the Champions League. Premier League, 11 clean sheets. He's only conceded 39 goals. That's not that bad. It's not that bad. Let's clean sheets. Okay, we've got the good guys. But he's 11. These guys are good. Wow. I wonder how Juan Rojas. He'd be a good signing. How did I miss this guy? 3.7. Right, anyway, getting sidetracked. We have got 3 games in the league left and a Champions League final. I usually like to do the big finals as a one-off game, but what I think I'll do, because there's so much riding on both of these here, we are going to come back for the Manchester United game at the end of the season. Maybe. Depending how things go, it could just be the Champions League final, or it could be a huge double-header. It's not really a double-header. It could be a huge one against Man United and Benfica. Anyway, guys, hope you've enjoyed that episode. If you're not yet subscribed, if you could, it would mean a lot to me. Smash that like button, and I'll see you guys for a Champions League final. See you then.